Hello friends, welcome to Electrical Design Engineering YouTube channel. You can watch my videos in your language. Follow the steps to set your language. Step 1. Click the gear icon. Step 2. Select audio track. Step 3. Select your language. You may contact me for industrial design substation layout power system studies on +9 1700 647 4688. Call or WhatsApp.
Hello friends, welcome to Electrical Design Engineering YouTube channel. This is our lecture number 9 of our free course DigSilent PowerFactory. In this lecture we will study about short circuit analysis. The content of this lecture are: what is short circuit current? We will see what is the short circuit current, types of faults, what are the different types of faults, input required for short circuit analysis, that is for what are the inputs required for the grid, transformer, transmission line and generator to perform the short circuit analysis. Result is output of the short circuit analysis. What are the outputs, what are the results of the short circuit analysis? What result is what output we get when we perform the short circuit analysis. And finally, perform short circuit analysis at particular length of the transmission line. We will also perform the short circuit analysis at particular length of the transmission line. That means, suppose if our line is 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer, we want to see if the fault occurs and 80% of the line or 50% of the line, what will be the effect of the short circuit current, what will be our short circuit current. So we will also perform that thing in this lecture. Let us start the lecture. A short circuit current is very huge current that flows during an electrical fault when a low resistance path is created between two points at different electrical potentials. When a low resistance path is formed between two electrical potentials, two different voltage levels, there is a very huge current flow. This huge current is called the short circuit current. Types of faults are single line to ground fault, line to line fault, double line to ground fault and three-phase fault. You have studied these things in your BTech or MTech course. What are the single line to ground fault? That is, a line is connected between when there is a connection between a single line, single phase and the ground, that is called the single line to ground fault. When there is a connection between the line to line, that is the line fault, and there is a connection between two lines and the ground, that is called double line to ground fault. And one more fault is that three-phase fault, when all the three phases are shorted together together, that is called the three-phase fault. We will not go in detail about these faults. If you want to lecture on these faults, you can comment and I will make a lecture on that. Now, what are the inputs required to perform the short circuit analysis in the DigSilent PowerFactory? First of all, we will see what are the grid inputs required. The inputs required for the grid are short circuit MVA, fault level, X by R ratio of the grid, voltage of the grid, and the grounding arrangement. What type of grounding you have used: solidly grounding, resistance grounding, and resonant grounding, or it is ungrounded. You have to define these things. This is our DigSilent PowerFactory and we have performed here the short circuit analysis. You can see, you can double click on the grid, and in the grid you can see we have defined the short circuit power, that is short circuit MVA, fault level, that is 25 kiloamperes, and X by R ratio. You can also define these things. This is the maximum value and this is the minimum value. If you define these, we have kept here maximum and minimum value same, because generally we are performing on maximum value to find the maximum short circuit current. And if you want to also find the minimum value, you can enter these values accordingly and you will find that what is the maximum and minimum short circuit current. Okay, now after that, now the inputs required for the transformer are rated power, that is MVA rating, that is the capacity of the transformer, kVA, primary and secondary voltage, percentage impedance, and grounding arrangement. these are the different parameters input is required for the transformer. If we go here on the transformer, this is a two winding transformer. We can double click here and go to the basic data, and here you can see we have defined here. We have defined 1 minute. Click here, and we have defined here the what is the basic data. We have defined here the kMVA, and this is the primary voltage and secondary voltage, and this is short circuit voltage, that is the percentage impedance. You can see positive sequence impedance is 3%, and zero sequence impedance, that is 3%. Generally the positive and negative sequence impedance of a transformer are equal. So you have to define these things. You have a vector group. Here we have defined the vector group. But for performing the short circuit analysis, we have to define these things, parameters. Now, for a generator, what are the inputs required for the generator are rated power, rated voltage, and sub-transit reactance and grounding arrangement. We can go to the DigSilent PowerFactory. This is our generator. We can double click on that, and we can go to the here and then go to the short circuit. You can see zero sequence data and negative sequence data we have defined here. You can also here sub-transit reactance, sub-transit resistance, and transit reactance. You can define these things, and you have to define also the rating of the generator and voltage level. Then transmission line. In transmission line you have to define the positive sequence impedance, zero sequence impedance, line length, and operating voltage. For that we can go here, that is the transmission line. I have entered here the transmission line, and you can see 1 minute. You can go to the type, and in the type you can see, you can define here the that is parameters per unit, like this positive sequence and negative sequence, and this is zero sequence impedance, zero sequence components, and you have to define also the length. You can enter the length here, that is the line length of the line. You can also enter the here the line length. Okay, now what are the results of the short circuit analysis? What are the results of the short circuit analysis? When you perform the short circuit analysis, you can see here I have performed the short circuit analysis. We have obtained the 4 parameters. Generally it comes only 3 parameters, but if you want to add one more factor, that is breaking current, generally SKSS is coming, IKSS is coming, IP is coming. IB is not generally coming when you perform the first time the short circuit analysis. But if you want to also that the IB came, that is the breaking current, I will show you how you can get this thing. First of all, you can see here there are only 3 components. These 3 components are generally coming, but here you have entered one more component, that is the breaking current. These are the 4 parameters which we get in the short circuit analysis, that is the initial symmetrical short circuit power and initial symmetrical short circuit current, and the peak current and the breaking current.